Welcome back, folks. We're still here at Conversations on a Bench, and it's now about 9 o'clock. We've been out here since 3, and I got a whole lot more hours to go. But I'm glad you're watching, and I'm glad my family's watching. But I'm honored to have the gentleman sitting next to me here, sitting on the bench with me tonight at 9 o'clock in downtown Indianapolis, in the middle of October. And it's supposed to get cold tonight. But Chazell Moore, and he's a cowboy. You can tell he's a cowboy. Look at the hat. But he is a case manager at our shelter for men, and he stays here and he lives upstairs at the MRC, which is our men's residential center. And he's been with the Wheeler for a little bit, but he's got a compelling life transformation story, and I think you're gonna be blessed with him just as much as I am. And so, Chazell, welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks
So
for having
you
me.
like the heat? It's not too hot for you, is it?
No, that's fine. I'm
Okay.
from South Carolina. I'm used to
South
the heat.
Carolina.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah, it's nice and warm down there.
Always.
Not like Indiana.
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at
Okay.
all.
Well, why don't you talk to me a little bit and tell me about Chazell? How did Chazell get to where he is, sitting on a bench with Perry? And how did you get here? And how did God lead you here?
Had a whole lot of ups and downs.
Like everybody.
Yeah, yes, like everyone else. Did not take heed to things that God was telling me and showing me in life, and wind up ruining my life, ruining a marriage, ruining 2 marriages for a fact. Disobeying God, wind up being homeless, sleeping in my van, losing my house, lost my job, and just I had a deacon at my church wind up coming through Wheeler Mission years prior.
He had come here
Deacon
before.
Deacon Calloway.
Okay.
Yes.
And he told you about us.
He told me about Wheeler Mission. I was very hesitant to come, and eventually came down here, stayed over at SFM. Came here when Tammy told me about some of the programs. Gave a testimony here. I was on a cane for 3 years. Prayed for someone, and they told me that God told me He would heal me. And not only did He heal me physically, He healed me mentally.
No, just stop right there. Stop right there. Hold your horses. You're on a cane,
Yes.
okay? And you're not walking with a cane now.
Well, I had to have a knee surgery, a hernia
okay.
surgery. I had sciatica, and the doctors wanted me
Wow.
to put 4 bolts in my back,
Oh,
file
my.
my spine down,
Oh my.
because they told me the curve in it was too big. But again, like I said, I prayed with a gentleman when I got here, and he told me God said He would heal you. And it's been over a year,
Oh wow.
almost 2 years since I've been without a cane.
Oh my goodness.
And so God definitely,
Hallelujah.
He healed my body, healed my mind, and Wheeler Mission has been a life-changing place for me. I went to one of the programs at Camp in Bloomington, Camp Hunt.
Okay.
Stayed there for 36 weeks, came back here and at MRC started working over at SFM as GSC, was promoted to case manager. And in the midst of that, I just stayed with my home church. My children and I have reconnected. It's still
good. Oh,
still a whole lot of kind of ups and downs, but they know
there's a lot of broken relationships.
a whole
I'm
lot
sure.
of brokenness, a whole lot of heartache, pain that I caused being in and out of their lives. And the trust issue, they weren't sure that I had changed. And they told me, you just want to get back in our life just so you can tell us what to do. And we're not sure that you're going to change and that you're a different person. And it's been some time, but they see that I am a different person. And the relationships are slowly mending.
Good for you.
Spend time with my daughters,
Good
my
for you.
granddaughter, my sons. And so it's been a real, God has been a real major bridge in my life in helping rebuild the brokenness, the emptiness, the torn heartache and pain. He's even rebuilt my relationships with my ex-wife.
Oh, really?
All of the pain I've caused her.
Good for
Now,
you. Good for you.
when I talk to her now, she tells me that she's proud of me. And I tell her it's nothing about me, it's all about God. But she always tells me, Chazell, you had a part in it as well. And you surrendered to God and you gave it all over to Him. And so it's always very touching when I see how proud of me she is now, because
Gosh,
what I took her through, what I put her
that's
through.
true life transformation, right?
Yes, it
And
is.
How long did it take all of this to happen, Chazell? 1 year, 2 years, 10 years, or what
It's-
period of time?
It's been a 20-year process from my first divorce up until now. it's just all in this last year where God has really begun to mend everything and put it together. Because again, I was in and out of church, and I had not yet surrendered to God, and so they saw the brokenness, they saw the continuation of the lies, and they saw he hasn't changed, he hasn't changed. But since going to camp and just really giving God this foundation and
Yeah.
Wheel of Mission is definitely a godsend. What Wheel of Mission has done in my life, it would have taken me a lifetime on my own to try to redo or rebuild. But
So this is in the last year you came to Wheel of Mission.
in the last
You've
year,
done
I came
all
to
of
Wheel of
this
Mission.
with the last part of that story. You've done all that in a year.
God did all of this in a year.
Oh my goodness!
I just walked where He told me to walk.
Oh my goodness!
I mean, a lot of people, it's a cliche, trust in the Lord with all thy heart, lean not to thine own understanding, and all your ways acknowledge Him, and He shall direct your path. I went from sleeping in my van, sleeping in a hotel. God led me to Wheel of Mission when I didn't want to come and when I knew it was my last hope. And again, Tammy with the programs, she brought me over here. I was here for 7 days, so it was a complete just 8 days. And I tell people all the time, 8 is a number of renewal. God renewed creation with Noah and 8 people on the ark, and so in those 8 days, he got me here,
and then we sent
got
you
me
down
out
to
to
camp.
And I surrendered. It was a complete surrender. I told God, wherever you want to send me, you go before me, you go with me, and you go after me. And God's plan was camp.
So tell me, you know, you kind of told me about what you do here, you know, as a case manager, right?
Yes.
How many men do you have, by the way, over at SFM?
From any given time, we have anywhere between 150 to 200 men.
Okay.
And
how many do you, as a case manager, have responsibility for? Probably a dozen or so? Is it more than that?
I have at least, I would say, close to 20 guys on my caseload.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Your caseload is about 20 men. Okay.
Yes.
So those 20 men are very fortunate to have you. And I'm sure when they hear your story, that just like them, you know, you were just where they are, just a little more than a year or two ago, right?
Yes.
And I'm sure the barriers come down, the walls start evaporating, and then that leads to vulnerability, and then you can do your work.
Yes. And most people, when I tell them who I used to be as opposed to who I am now,
they can't believe it.
They can't believe it. And it's like we definitely don't see that. A former drug dealer, a former womanizer, a former manipulator, liar. It's like there's no way. And then I tell them about how good God is, and again, Wheel of Mission in the programs.
Yeah.
And when you open yourself up to God, what God can and will do in your life,
He'll open the doors.
Yes, He will. Yes, He will.
So let me ask you a question, and this is about authentic, transparent conversations. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about some of your struggles or your obstacles. What were some of your biggest obstacles or struggles to getting to where you are right now?
Where I am right now, I mean, I did smoke marijuana, smoke cigarettes, drunk alcohol. My biggest problem was lust of the flesh, pornography, and just sexual addiction. And that's caused all of my problems, most of my problems throughout my life. Just being able to be friends with a woman without expecting anything and nothing in return, just being someone's friend. And now I'm able. Now I'm able. And I have to be mindful because I have to look at my daughters, I have to look at my granddaughter, and I don't want them to endure the pain that I've caused to their mothers, the pain I've caused to other women. And so I often think how the women that God have been sending in my life all the way up to this point, how they were broken, they were damaged, they had gone through their own heartaches. And instead of me giving them the word of God, it was just all about what can I get, what can I get? And now I see that pain, I see that heartache, and I had to end that cycle, and I had to give it all over to God in order for Him to help me end that cycle. And so to be able to teach my daughters about that wolf in sheep clothing called a man.
Like you were,
like
right?
I was, exactly like I was.
Yeah, are they listening, Chazell?
They're starting to listen. Yes, they're starting to listen.
That's good. So those are some of the struggles leading up to Wheeler. Then you went to our camp in the program. What were some obstacles while at camp? Now you're down in Bloomington at Camp Hunt, which is a facility we have down there for drug and alcohol addiction recovery for men. and it's a pretty clustered environment. You're in the middle of nowhere,
Yeah.
right? And it is a pretty intense program, and it's very structured, it's something that we're pretty proud of. But it's not for everybody.
No, it's not.
But it is a program that if you work it and you stick with it, and you trust God, I can't guarantee you're gonna turn out like Chazell, but you're gonna be better going through our program than when you came in. So while at camp in the program, tell me, this what I want to do is listen. As a CEO, one of my jobs is to listen, to try to make the organization better. And I have the resources to do that. So tell me some of the struggles and obstacles you encountered while at the program, while at camp. And this has been totally honest and authentic and transparent. Hey, and you're not tattletaling on anybody.
No, just for me, I knew my purpose for being there. I was broken. I was at my lowest. Some of the other guys struggling with smoking, drinking, and some of the same addictions. Uh, when I got to SFM, I smoked my last 3 cigarettes. I had already told God I was done.
Yeah.
I was done. And so once I got to camp, I mean, the seclusion.
Yeah.
For me, I
It
tell
helps.
people all the time, God wasn't lost, but I found him there. And the little work detail,
Yep.
God, work detail, God. I played a whole lot of pool. I'd have the rec
Did you?
area. I shot a whole lot of pool, and there was a lot of great guys
There's
there.
some basketball down there. Oh, with
My
the
knees were still,
yeah.
so I really couldn't shoot too much basketball. But I spent a whole lot of time
And
on
the
the
lake,
pool
isn't the
table.
lake
In the
great?
lake, the
Don't you
lake
just-
is wonderful,
Isn't it
man.
calming and peaceful?
It's nice and soothing, that tranquility. I mean, it's nice and relaxing. I mean, you see few little snakes here and there, and
Oh, yeah.
just other little wildlife. But for me, it was the pool table. It was just another
Really?
addiction.
Really.
In time, I know I should have been reading my Bible.
Yeah.
I was on the pool
You're
table.
playing pool.
I was playing pool, and we have our on Monday nights. It was kind of like not quiet time, but I forgot exactly what it was called. But we were supposed to just reflect on everything on Mondays.
Yeah.
And there's been a few times I was just so tuned in on the pool table. I found myself on times when I wasn't supposed to be shooting pool down there in the pool hall, and a few of the SLTs, the servant leaders in training, had to come in and remind me, Chazell, you're not supposed to be in here. And it's like, oh man, I forgot. And
Yeah.
one of the hardest things, I was just rebuilding my relationships with my children.
Yeah.
And just getting back in their lives and then having to leave again for 36 weeks, 9 months,
hard.
or whatever you
hard.
want to call
I'm
it.
sure it was hard.
Yes, it was hard. And writing letters to my family members, trying to remember phone numbers and addresses when I haven't spoken to people in months at a time, because I used to avoid my family members. I used to avoid my church family members, and because I didn't want anybody to know what all I was doing, just still living in the world. So just still being manipulative, deceitful, and lying, just flat out lying. So I tried to hide a lot, and then I found myself longing for those conversations with the same people I've been hiding from. My daughters, my parents back in South Carolina, my siblings in South Carolina, my church family, and one of the instructors there, he allowed me to reach out on Facebook, and my dad called.
Yeah.
And
Take your time. Take your time. Here. So, folks, you can't get more authentic than this, right? This is called, Conversations on the Bench, authentic, transparent relationships. We're going to give him a little moment here, but he's emotional, and I appreciate that. That means what he's saying is really personal, and it's what's touching his heart. So, just give him a moment.
oh, Jesus. Yes, my dad called, and they allowed me to speak with him even when I shouldn't have, and I thank them so much. They know who they are. Dennis Abrams, Chris Thomas, Mr. Rowland.
Those are real employees down there.
Yes. Yes.
We're so fortunate to have Chazell here, right? And if that can't touch you, I don't know what will. It's all about relationships. Jesus was all about relationships. People often have asked me, about the bench. What does the bench mean? If something ordinary like a bench, you can't get too much more ordinary than a bench, can be a vehicle, can be a mechanism to have extraordinary moments. This is an extraordinary moment. 9 o'clock, 9:10 down here in downtown Indianapolis. We're out in the elements, and we're having this kind of reaction and this kind of transparency. If that doesn't touch you, folks, I honestly don't know what will. He has experienced true life transformation. You want to know why I do what I do? Why my 200 plus employees do what they do? Right there. That's it. Okay. So now look at you. You got me all emotional. I promised myself I was not going to get too emotional
Wasn't
here.
expecting this.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, when I was able to speak to my dad, he was able to tell my siblings and my mom where I was, and it was a relief because my family knew where I was, and I was able to stay in touch with them. And
That was a very important phone call for you.
Yes, it was very important.
What he was basically giving you his blessing.
Yes.
And don't we all want blessings from our fathers?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
so
we do.
important. It's so important.
Very important.
Not to say blessings from mom is not important, but there's something special,
Yes, it
very
is.
special, about a blessing from a father. And that's what Chazell experienced. Chazell, I'm gonna let you go, right? Okay, you're like, thank you, Perry, thank you for letting me go. All right. So now you've got to go about 100 feet right
Yes.
up to the fourth floor
Yes.
of our men's residential center, which is right across the parking lot.
Yes.
But I can't thank you enough and tell you how much this meant to me, and I know how much it's meant to the people who are watching on Facebook Live and on YouTube. So thank you so much. Thank you for being a case manager.
Yes, sir.
And I think those 20 men are pretty darn lucky to have you.
Amen.
Okay?
Amen.
Thank you.
Amen.
No, this deserves a